up, everybody? We are back. Episode 30. Oh, shit.
The big 3-0.
We're over the hill, right?
Yeah.
Or is that 40?
It's all downhill from here.
I mean,
yep.
That's like life, ain't it? Just anywhere, any age.
That is the metaphor. Oh, okay. You're born and then it's just straight into the dirt from
Pretty
there.
much.
In case you guys don't know, this is Passive and Aggressive. My name is Dalton Johnson. I am the host of this wonderful show with my measly co-host, Nicholas Martwinsky. Nick.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. In case you guys also don't know, this is a podcast about gaming, fighting, everything in between. We're going to bullshit our way through about an hour of your time and...
At least an hour.
Strap yourselves in. It's going to be a wild one. I think I have a good radio voice. Sometimes.
You know who says that?
Bad radio host.
Exactly. Exactly.
Listen.
So, listen. You listen.
Oh, sorry.
I took Jax to the vet yesterday.
Oh, shit. Jax is our dog.
Second checkup at the vet, because obviously when they're a puppy, you got to get shots done.
So many
and
shots.
Shit. Yeah. And this is the first time he got a shot. The first time we took him, they just gave him some warm medicine and checked on him. And I talked about how I broke the dog in the last episode, right?
Broke him?
Hurt his paw.
Yep.
So we went
always
there.
Play with him way too rough.
Yeah, we went there to check on. I'm trying not to make him a little bitch. Okay, you gotta make him tough.
Just injuring him.
And hey, if you don't kill you, it makes you stronger. It's 100% true. Anyways, so we go to the vet. Paul's all fine now. He's fucking already jumping up and down the couch. In 2 weeks, he gained half his body weight, so he's at 16 pounds now.
It's going fast.
And he got the parvo shot, the parvo vaccination.
I don't know what any of that means.
It's like parvo is like a fucking disease that just kills dogs, and it's very contagious for puppies. And if you get it, it's like super expensive to get rid of it. I'm not a fucking vet. That's just what I've been told.
That sounds right to me.
And I thought he was gonna whine like a little baby, because all he does, he's a legit crybaby. Like if you pick him up, he doesn't want to be picked up. He goes, just like a light little moan, like that. He's just like he's letting you know that he does not want to.
Do not approve of this.
Yeah. He was very vocal, but no, it was all good. They gave him like some treats, and they just ignored him and grabbed this little leg and his leg just started like twitching. He's like, "What the fuck?" And then they clipped his nails there and showed us how to do it, and which I already did them, but I didn't clip them short enough because I didn't want to get too close to because there's like nerves in their nails, and his nails are dope though because it has like the white. It's pretty easy to see where you can go up to, because the rest of it, where the nerves are, it's red.
That is always a hard part of cutting a dog's nails, is sometimes you cut way too far and you end up like
hurting them,
getting the nerve endings and shit.
Yeah, they said that if you do that, you got to put flour on it or some kind of some other. I didn't hear the other thing.
The vet said this?
Yeah.
That's some homemade bullshit. What the hell?
I guess so. I don't know, dude. I guess like you put like a little pad on the wound type of thing.
Flour?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. But whatever. I won't argue.
Yeah. So overall, the vet was pretty good. He has more worms, different kind of worms, because the ones that they treated him, they're gone. But I had to bring a shit sample in, which fucking stank. And like fucking for real, like bad.
I believe that, yeah.
And they said he has some other kind of worms. I forget what they're called, but she said it's normal, and gave us some more medication. They gave us like these chewables that they eat. One of them was like to get rid of like fleas and ticks. The other one was to get rid of the heartworm stuff. And they gave us a pill thing that he has to take like once every day for the next 9 days. Yeah.
Does he take the pill, or do you have to like disguise it in some food?
What I did was I put the pill with the chewable that he had to eat, and I just shoved both of them in his mouth.
Take it.
And
Just take it.
I had my hand like this under his mouth. So when he's eating, I was like, if he fucking drops it, he's getting that right back in. And he ate it. It's all good.
Okay. That's good.
Yep, so that was my yesterday. What, do you want to talk about anything, or can I talk about more shit? Because I really do want to talk about something else today.
Really?
Yeah.
You're all full of it, huh?
Had a good morning. Good morning.
I will talk about some stuff since you
I
mentioned
had a good Halo morning.
Oh, come on. I was going to talk about my gaming expertise.
You can talk later. It's okay. I'm the important one. Anyways, so as soon as I got up today, it was fitting. I wanted to play Halo because I didn't have anything planned. Usually I work out. That's the first thing I do in my day. But I promised my cousin that I was going to work out with him, and he gets off work at 7 p.m. So I'm going to wait to do that. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to enjoy my day now, which I kind of hate. I like just getting everything done in the morning,
right,
building momentum throughout my whole day.
Because otherwise you're trying to enjoy yourself and you just have this weight above you. Like, you got shit to do.
Yeah.
You got shit to do.
Exactly. You can't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So with this time I did that, and I'm kind of excited to work out with him. But anyways, back to Halo.
Sure.
So I started playing Halo. The first game we played, I went, what was it, 19 kills?
Probably lower than that.
19, 11 assists to 4 deaths, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a triple-double, which is at least 10 headshots, at least 10 assists, and at least 10 kills.
And you were killing your teammate, I believe. Was that a thing?
Teammate killed me once, so...
Naturally, you dedicate the entire game to fucking him over.
I picked up the rockets, blew him up, teabagged him about 15 times, and then the rest of the game was just him trying to kill me, or me trying to kill him, and he embarrassed himself several times. Like, there was a couple of times that he thought I was going to betray him, so I get him one shot, and he just stopped moving and, like, hope that I finished killing him.
Yeah.
But then somebody from the other team would come and shoot him once, and I'd fucking kill him, then I'd start teabagging him. Or, like, I shot him and I got him half health, and he jumped off the map thinking that it was going to be a betrayal, but it's just a suicide because I didn't kill you, you know? You fucking fell off the map, retard.
And so then he loses a kill when he does
Yeah.
that.
So, and then you can, like, when you commit suicide, you can go to other people's screens. So I just sat there, like, teabagging and, like, moving in circles and that. It was fun. Second game I played, ended up losing because of trash teammates. I played well. I had, like, 20-something kills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, so many assists and, like, 12 deaths. And somebody on the other team had, like, the same amount of stats to me, but was slightly better. He had, like, way less deaths than I did. And he kept teabagging me every single time he killed me. So
Is there a reason why? Can you ever tell why these people start trolling you?
Do you remember the map Epitaph?
Yeah.
The one that I told you where the shotgun's at the bottom, you stay up top where the camo's at and the sniper's at? The one that we played and you played really well yesterday.
Nope.
I had a perfection?
Nope. Not ringing any bells whatsoever.
Or not yesterday when... Was Martin over yesterday?
Oh, okay. I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, that map. Anyways, where the shotgun is, you can drop down from, like, right above it.
Mm-hmm.
If there's, like, a little ledge, you can drop down, and if somebody's crouching there, you can sneak up on them. But if you're a veteran player, you're going to know that jump. So this guy knew that I was doing it, and I had the plasma rifle, and he had an assault rifle. And typically in close combat, the plasma rifle will work. You just got to shoot, like, 3 times and beat him down, and it's faster than the assault rifle, but I didn't shoot him enough, and then I beat him down and kill him, and he killed me. Then he started teabagging me.
So that's a trigger, huh?
Then I got triggered. Then the rest of the game, I was getting pissed because my teammates kept rushing off and just dying. Like, they had the setup, and our team was just going one at a time because they would kill us in increments. So we could never set up to go back at them, take over the base, or take over top of Epitaph and just, you know, win. So I was getting frustrated. So I was trying to stick with my teammates. It wasn't working because by the time I got there, 2 of them were already dead. And then I'm trying to, like, hurry up and save somebody, and I'd get, like, 2 kills and I'll die. So it was, like, 0 point. I'm just slowly giving them more kills, you know? We ended up losing 50 to 46. We had a little comeback. It was, like, 48 to 39. And I thought we were going to come back and win, dude. And, like, at the very end, the homeboy who teabagged me, he's about to kill one of my teammates. I threw a fucking house regen. I, like, whoof, and it landed on both of them. But it wasn't good enough because the other guy
still died? Yeah,
he still died. And then he just sat there teabagging me, or like teabagging, looking at me. And
you guys just stared at each other?
I killed him, and I was just fucking blowing his body like. Then I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. You know what I'm going to do? I want to do what I did when I was 14 and immature and very insecure and I had to prove that I had big dick energy. I invited him to do a 1v1.
I hope,
and as you can tell from the chuckle,
I hope you heard.
Laugh.
I hope you heard how that made you sound. But okay.
Made me feel really, really good.
So you 1v1 this punk?
Yes, I did.
How did it go?
On Guardian, fitting up to 15. It wasn't the MLG map with no radar or anything like that. I didn't want to go too fast, so I just like made BR start. That's it. Ended up beating that ass.
Jesus.
15 to 4. It felt really good. There was one part where he kept like camping the power-ups, the overshield and the camo. And I was at S1, which is where sniper spawns. He was at S2. And all of a sudden I heard, like, bro, I don't know how to make the sound, but overshield spawn. So I'm like, fuck. And I immediately hear him grab it, and I just hear his fucking health just go, and if you don't know, once you grab overshield, you have like 4 seconds of immunity.
You're right.
So the only way you could die is if you get assassinated. And I was like, fuck, he just grabbed it. I had stickies. So I was like trying to wait and delay for 4 seconds and stick him and then kill him. And he didn't rush me immediately for some reason. I think he was, I don't know, but he should have. He went to go down S1 ramp, and I threw a sticky, I missed. I was like, fuck. And then he jumped back up top to S2, and I'm just sitting there, and the sniper spawned. Like, boom, right there. I'm like, fuck yeah. So I threw a grenade to delay him from coming down. I grabbed the sniper. I just start walking backwards. And he realizes I'm walking backwards because there's a map on the game. I didn't take the map off, the radar. And he dropped down, and I was zoomed in, and he shot me. So, like, I lost my zoom in. So I shot as soon as my zoom lost, and I body shot him. And took his shield off, and then as I'm at bottom mid where the hammer spawns, and I'm going to go over to green, right, I had like barely any room to aim, and I shot, headshot, dropped that bitch.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, super loud. Sam was like, fucking quiet, I'm trying to do homework. I'm like, you don't fucking understand. My armpits are sweating. This is serious. I'm fucking going for this shit. And then I like teabagged his body pretty good, and then ended up fucking... I got a little cocky a couple times. I could have had a better score if I was just trying to no-scope in that.
It was 15-4, though.
15-4. It was a good match.
How does that guy even react to that kind of beatdown? Like,
He sent me a message. He said, wow, laugh out loud. Then he sent me a second one saying, this is my first time playing Halo in over a year, haha. And then my old self would have been like, fuck you, you're trash, blah, 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 bitch, don't teabag, but like trying to be all hard on fucking... On
Hopefully you're a little more adult here.
Yeah. So I was like, I said GG, which is good game. It was a good game, haha. It's like, this is my first 1v1 since Halo 3. It was fun. And so I said, maybe later I'll invite you to play some Team Slayer or something. Because his Team Slayer in Halo 3 was the same rank as mine. So that's how I knew it was going to be I thought it was going to be a closer 1v1, but I've had a lot of 1v1s in my day.
Sure.
I know how to play them.
And you lost most of them?
Only to Ed, one of my other friends. He's super good at games, and it's like a mental block in my head.
Second episode in a row, we're hyping that asshole up.
Guess what? I don't think I have that mental block anymore, so if we face each other, I'd be curious to see what happened. It was just like an old insecurity, not confident in myself back in the day. Now, I'm not that same,
I bet you
280-pound,
I don't
fucking
know.
fat, virgin, non-confident motherfucker.
You really paint a nice picture of yourself.
I was. I had good hair, though. I'm growing it back out, too.
Don't do
Can't
that.
really tell. I'm growing it back out. I'm growing my beard out. Can you see?
No?
Can you see all these?
I don't have my magnifying glass on me, unfortunately.
It's fucking red hair, dude. I'm a ginger.
Sucker.
It's all karma from all the shit I used to talk to my little cousins. I have a ginger family. Mom's a redhead. My aunts are redheads. And me and my cousin would always...
cousin and I.
Me and my cousin. I'm from Detroit. Always fucking... Don't worry about me. Always told his little brother that he was adopted and his dad is Ronald McDonald. And he like believed it until he was like 7 years old. He always kept going up to his mom crying and shit. And my aunt was like, you guys need to stop messing with them. You're going to mess with this side, blah, blah, blah. But she like low-key thought it was funny too. So she kept letting it go.
That's funny.
So that was my day. And then, go ahead. You can go now.
Thanks for that. Thanks for letting me get anything in here.
Yeah.
I'm about to turn my shit right back around on you. You spent, what was that, like 5-9 minutes?
Right, 13.
So it was about 10 minutes
I
of
like the range of 5'9".
detailed Halo breakdown.
Shout out to Rice to 5'9".
What?
From Detroit. 5'9". Go on.
Great reference, bro. I'm sure everyone's loving it. I'm going to give you some Dota details, because while he was doing meaningless shit playing Halo 1v1ing someone who doesn't know how to 1v1.
Armpits were sweating the whole time.
My armpits were also sweating because I was playing some heavy-duty Dota. I'm going to throw you some details that I haven't done yet. I'm really excited to do so. So here you go. I was playing as a hero called Ursa. Every hero has its own skills.
Ursa?
Ursa.
Isn't that like a Disney character?
That's Ursula?
Ursula. Who is that from?
That's Little Mermaid. She's an octopus woman.
Octopus? That's the octopus woman?
Yes, that's Ursula.
What's the Little Mermaid's name?
Ariel. Ariel Helwani. But Ursa...
way to ruin it. I had a crush on that bitch.
You got a crush on Ariel, bro?
I did. Not anymore. Now I can think of his fucking nose.
I'll get your number for him. Be on his podcast.
Oh, that would be dope. I would do that.
See? Now he's interested. Now he's interested.
Fuck the mermaid. Let's
So
get
anyway,
on the podcast.
Ursa, the Dota hero, he is this big fucking bipedal bear. Bipedal means walks on 2 feet. I know you don't know these.
Bipedal?
Bipedal, yeah.
What's the need? I don't know. Go on.
What?
So what's the point of even having that word in the game? They're just trying to...
It's not in the game. Bipedal just is a general word of something that walks on 2 feet.
Is that a significant thing in Dota? Like if you walk on 2 feet, you're slower than 4 feet or something?
No.
So what's the point of like... You know what I mean?
I'm just describing the hero to you. It's a bear that walks on 2 feet. Anyways, he does a lot of damage in the early game, and the other team had a Techies, who is this little asshole who just plants bombs all over the map.
Is he a bipedal?
Technically, yes, but he rolls around a cart full of bombs. And what he does is just stall out the game and make it really hard for you to do anything objective-wise. So I chose Ursa because I'm just going to fuck him in the early game and not allow that to happen. I ended up going 22-8. 20 kills.
2 assists, 8
2
deaths.
deaths.
Oh, shit.
8 assists.
Damn. Pretty good.
I straight rolled these fools. I had a teammate. Basically, the way it works is 2 players go to one lane.
Is it 4v4?
It's 5v5.
Okay.
2 people go to one lane, and similar to the other team, they send 2 people to that lane as well. And there's one in the middle lane. That's your 1v1, your style points type place. And then there's 2 in the bottom lane as well. I was in the top lane.
Do they always do that, or is there some teams that try to like do 3-on-1?
Yes,
and they just try to do like a risk.
Tri lanes like that are a big thing if you want to secure like the growth of one of your heroes. Then other 2 will just bully the enemy while he farms. But in this case, it was 2v2. My lane partner was a goddamn moron. He kept just spamming his abilities for no reason, not actually playing the fucking game.
Is it ranked or not ranked?
It wasn't ranked. It was social, but
it's okay. Mine was social too.
Yeah. So I had to really focus on getting what I was supposed to be getting, because I was supposed to have someone who's supporting me, but instead he's just fucking doing whatever the hell he wants.
Sounds about right.
But I ended up rolling the fools anyway. I took all their towers. There's this big objective called Roshan. It's like a boss in the middle of the map where you go, you kill him, you get something called the Aegis of Immortals.
The Aegis of Immortals.
Yes.
Wow.
If you're holding it and someone kills you, you come right back to life.
Okay.
Ursa is really good at taking it early on because he just hits things really fucking hard, and essentially you're supposed to do it like later in the game with your whole team. It's a group objective, but since I was able to solo it, I ended up dying immediately after to this techie who just jumps in and bombs me. It was really irritating.
So you had to use it to spawn back?
Basically,
So it's kind of a waste of a whole thing?
It kind of was, but they spent 3 heroes trying to just get rid of me there, and I'd never even actually quote-unquote died.
So you took time away from them and your teammates could focus on the objective.
Exactly, yeah.
You're being like a little Brad Marchand rat motherfucker. Just an annoying pain in the ass.
Essentially. Yeah, but I was forcing the issue, and one of the enemies rage quit.
Really?
The rest of the team rage quit.
Damn. That's nice.
And the game just ended.
Is it like Halo when you'll have 2 people quit, but then the other 2 people are just being stubborn and they won't quit, and then you got to play the whole fucking game? Like, does it get boring like that, or can you just expedite the win?
You can definitely expedite the win. If you're missing one of your players on your team of 5, you pretty much already lost. But
right.
there is a comeback mechanic where all the gold that he would have generated goes to your players instead. So those 4 get boosted higher than the other team.
Right.
But
so
having no numbers.
How do you win? There's multiple ways to win the game, right? Or is there just one way to win?
The goal is to destroy the enemy base.
So once the
Kinda
base
like a
is destroyed,
StarCraft type thing. Game's
win.
over. Yep.
Even if the other team has more kills, you win.
Yep. It could be 50-1, but if we destroy your base, you lose.
Gotcha. Okay, so you can, if there's just one player, you can just say fuck him and just go kill the base and you're done.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Basically. So there's definitely a lot of room for comebacks and shit like that, but I throttled their throats this time. I was feeling myself.
Know who's feeling their stuff too?
Who?
My little sister.
Oh, segue. Okay, that was interesting.
Well, you said comeback, and I was like, how can I spin comeback for my sister? It's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I was going to say maybe like in the wrestling type of thing, she was losing at one point or not, but she wasn't losing. Just my little sister, Mary.
Throttled him by the throat?
She is, I think, 11. How much?
You don't know?
How much do you think she weighs? Like maybe
90 pounds?
Yes, like maybe 90 pounds. She just started wrestling. She's in, I think 6th or 7th grade. And it's her first semester or whatever wrestling. And she's at a fucking tournament right now. And my mom texted me. She said if their team wins one more match, or if their school wins one more match, they're going to the States.
Oh, shit.
I was like, fucking A.
Mary just got into this and she's already going to the States.
Yeah, and
assuming they win.
The first match that she ever had, I have it on a video on my phone, and I showed you it.
Well, maybe we go throw it on the screen for people.
Okay, we can. The first match that she did, she lost. But she fucking ragdolled the boy. She was winning in points, but she got pinned at the very end of the match. That's the one I showed you like a week ago. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I really don't understand where she's generating all this power
she has
from.
So much angst. And she has, like, you know how you, for example, like whenever we used to arm wrestle in high school, we were trying to prove stupid shit like that. How you could just go from 0 to go. And then like I would always
jump on people.
Yes, I would always kind of like just try to feel people out. I wouldn't just put my everything into it immediately. And he used to beat me all the time because of that.
I beat some people that are a lot stronger than I was.
Right, because you got to jump on them.
Yeah.
And Mary is the youngest sister, and she's the youngest out of all of us. And it's me and then 5 girls, and she's the smallest of the girls. So you can imagine, and my family's fucking ghetto as shit. So they fucking fight all the fucking time. Yeah, they fight all the time. So being the youngest one, you have to defend yourself. You have to act quickly. And if you try to win and beat your older sisters, you got to go 100%. That's the only way. And even then, 9 times out of 10 you get big sister just because they refuse to let you win. So that brings like a tough person who's just ready to fucking just 0 to 100 real quick. So I think she gets to jump on these boys because at the state tournament today she won 2 matches. She pinned both people.
It's fucking absurd. They have to be. I wonder if they're like taking her easy. Like, I don't want to fight a girl, and then all of a sudden they're on the ground and they can't get up.
Well, it's funny because like the first video I seen, like they have different starts. Like time you start where you're on your hands and knees, and then the person's on top of you, and then vice versa. And the one I watched first was Mary was on her hands and knees, and he was like had like her stomach. And as soon as the match started, she's boom, got up immediately to her feet. And then once you could kind of see the boys like, oh shit, like she means business, and like she just like pushed his hands all the way down, like past her legs and her hips. And then once it's past her hips, she fucking exploded out, like broke the grip, turned around, grabbed him, fucking ragdolled him, and then literally had him in a crucifix position with one arm in between her legs, trapped, and he's just like kind of moving it. He can't move it. Yeah. And the other shoulder's just like this. He's
being held
like,
down.
oh no, I'm not going to get pinned. I'm not going to get pinned. And then eventually she just drove her hips and boom.
So getting a pin in wrestling, is that just getting both shoulders down?
Yes.
I forget.
Yeah. The ref will look and he has to be like, they both have to be completely flat on the ground. And I don't know exactly how all of that works in professional wrestling or anything like that, but as far as their tournament, once you got pinned, it was done. So I think she's 2-0 today. I think she still got more today, but I'm proud of that little shit.
I imagine.
I am.
You've harassed her so much, now she's fucking unbeatable.
Yeah, I always thought my sister Summer would be the wrestler because she's short and stocky and she's strong. Like when she was a freshman, she got into a fight. I'm not like promoting violence.
Clearly not.
I definitely am promoting violence. But as long as it's justifiable, I'm down with it.
It's a competitive type of
You defend
battle.
yourself. No, it's about a fight. Like if you defend yourself and if it's like somebody's trying to bully you or something like that, no, you fuck them up. Okay? And she had a junior that tried to fight her one day, and junior's like fucking twice her size. 'Cause my sister's like 4'10". She broke her growth plate in her leg. So one of her feet refuses to grow, or one of her leg just doesn't grow anymore. So when she stands, it's like this.
It's wobbly.
Yeah, she got like some insert they put in her shoes that kind of makes her even. Yeah. But she don't like it because she thinks people are gonna make fun of her. And I'm like, girl, you better put that shit in there because 30 years from now you're gonna have hip problems. You know what I mean? Because your hips are gonna be like always like this.
Look, make fun of her anyway.
Yeah.
Kids always find a way to make fun of you.
I always make fun of my sisters too, just so they know it ain't serious. Get them used to it, you know.
It's an interesting tactic. Okay.
And they can give it back to me all the time. I laugh. They do shit. It's fun. And I always thought she was gonna wrestle, but she didn't.
I thought she did start doing it.
She started, but then she started working, and then she stopped. But now that she's seeing Mary, like, did you hear Summer in the background? Yeah. She's been to every single one of her wrestling meets, and she fucking loves it. And she's gonna go back. So
that's cool.
I might have little badass soldiers under me.
They're gonna start beating you up.
Dude. They might if they get really good, but even then,
they'll group hold you down.
Big brother mentality.
Like hyenas.
They do that all the time.
They're gonna be little hyenas.
And
the way they sound.
There was a couple of times they almost fucking got me just because I'm like, they get the jump on me and I'm laughing, but then all of a sudden, boom, my sister Alexis, who's bigger, is on top of me. Then Summer's on top of me, and then Mary's like fucking with my head and like my hair and shit, and then Jasmine's just doing whatever. And it's like, that's a lot of people on me, a lot of weight on me. Fuck. But then I get the big brother mentality, so I get out and I fucking win. Obviously, I'm not gonna let them beat me. Yeah, no big deal. But eventually, Mary's gonna whoop my ass. She's gonna like get the jump on me, pick me up, and slam me. That was pretty dope. I'm fucking proud of her.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, it's personal shit aside, our personal gaming accomplishments, family, literally just beating each other up. There's a lot of games coming out this month, Nick. A lot of games.
As February?
This month is January, but yeah.
February. Okay, also. I was going to say, I'm confused. There's like 2 more days left of fucking January.
Well, yesterday, as of this recording, this episode is coming out Monday, so.
Yeah.
Before the weekend for you guys, Resident Evil 2.
2?
2 remake came out Friday.
Oh, shit. Do you got it?
No, I don't got it.
Where does it come out on? PC?
PC, Xbox, PS4 is on everything.
Is it like expensive or is it cheap because it's a remake?
It might be only like $40. I'm actually not sure about that.
Like, I might buy that.
You should get that. I'll get to it. But to start with, like I said, I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't played a Resident Evil game in a really long time. I think my last one was 4.
You didn't play 5?
Okay, no, I did play 5. Sheva Alomar was my fucking crush of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm. So since then, 5 and 6 were kind of down years.
6 sucked dick.
Yeah, they're kind of down. Capcom kind of lost its way in the formula for Resident Evil.
I'll say 5 was
It was good. It was exciting, but it was more like a Michael Bay horror than...
Sure. Resident Evil 4 was something pretty hard to follow up, though.
True.
You got like a 10 out of 10, like 100 out of 100, like Game of the Year Resident Evil.
Right.
And then you got to try to match it. It's hard to do.
Sure.
But I genuinely enjoyed Resident Evil 5. I liked how you could play online with people, and it was like you had two people with you the whole time.
Co-op.
So, yeah, so like me and my cousin Tommy would always fucking play that shit online all the time, and we'd like try to get 100% on every map on that.
Right, and that always makes things more fun. But Resident Evil 2,
I don't know if I ever played that one.
I don't think I played it either. It was 1998 on the PlayStation.
I know I've played it, but I've never like played it from start to finish. I always used to play it with like my cousins or friends. Like they had it and they played it, and I just come over. I'm like, hey, let me play. I don't got any games. I'm poor.
So to build up to Resident Evil 2, I've been playing Resident Evil 7, the latest one before this remake came out, and it's actually fucking horrifying.
I thought so. That one didn't just come out.
What, 7?
Yeah.
No, it came out like actually quite a while ago.
Oh, okay. I thought when you told me that you were playing that, I thought you meant like it just...
That was the new one?
Yeah.
So
Resident Evil 7's good?
It's really good, yeah. So like I said, Capcom kind of lost its way with 5 and 6, trying to make it a little more action-y. But 7 is this first-person, legit survival horror.
Okay.
But let me break down what happens just in the beginning of the game. Spoilers for those who haven't played it, but like I said, it's been out for a while, so fuck you. Just in the beginning, your wife gets kidnapped. You gotta go find her. You are... Yes.
That sucks.
Scary already. She's kidnapped into this naturally in the middle of the fucking woods, this creepy fucking cabin, manor type thing. You can't get in the gate. Gate's locked. You gotta walk around, go through the forest. You see this weird dude just walking through the trees. You go to where he was and he's gone.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly very creeped out. Get in the house. You find your wife. She's locked in a cage. There's a little piece of paper. It has this list of names. Some say dead. The rest say turned.
Oh, shit.
So that's creepy. So your wife tries to lead you out of the place once you finally rescue her.
Are you a normal Resident Evil character, or are you a new character?
I'm pretty sure it's a new character. It's not Leon. It's not any of the Redfields or anything like that.
Okay.
It's a new dude. His name is Ethan.
Okay.
You find your wife. She tries to lead you out of the cage, saying something about daddy's coming, which is fucking terrifying.
My wife tells me daddy's coming. I'm like, shut your fucking mouth.
Seriously?
Don't ever say that shit again. I don't ever want to hear that word out of your mouth. Like, you better be your fucking dad coming in the door. If no, we got no fucking problem.
Well, I felt like I had a fucking problem. This room, I was sweating bullets. I was not prepared for this.
Were you baked?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
Every time I've played, I've gotten high before. I was like, this is bad. This is a bad idea. Anyways, before I even find daddy... my wife gets possessed by some creature, starts screeching at me. Her face gets all contorted and wrinkled like she's a zombie. All of a sudden. Possessed. Like she was trying to kill me.
Is it like the zombies that are...
I haven't seen any zombies.
But you know in Resident Evil 4 and 5 how they had the weird zombies that are like, they just have like a parasite in them?
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
I honestly don't even know.
They don't know yet? Okay.
I'm still in the beginning of the game because I'm so fucking terrified of it. Your wife just starts screeching at you. She stabbed me numerous times. I was like, this is legitimate. They're trying to fuck me over here.
So did you blow her fucking brains out?
I shot her many times. She picks up a chainsaw. She cut my hand off.
Is that supposed to happen?
I have no idea. I kind of feel like there was this chance for me to get away and maybe my wife survives and I don't lose a hand. But I just defending like this and my hand just... Zzz.
Jesus Christ. I
managed to finally kill her and then I get knocked out by daddy. This big, creepy, balding, pale-faced motherfucker. He's enormous. He knocks me out. I wake up at a dinner table. My hand is sewn back on. That's what makes me think I may have had a chance to keep it, because it was inconsequential anyway.
Is this game like where they have those kind of options?
I honestly don't know. I should look into that, but I like to be surprised anyway. So I'm just going to assume this is what happens. This family, there's like 4 very strange people. They stab me some more, like in the face. It's horrifying. And they begin hunting you as you try to escape.
So it's like a game to them?
It's basically a game, yeah. It's like, you got nowhere to run! Something like that. And I was like, fuck you, man! I have plenty of places to run. So I tried running, but I haven't escaped yet, because again, I am a pussy, and this game just got me by the fucking ropes.
So you just started it, and you haven't played it since?
I played it yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's very fun. I'll play more today. It's very exciting. And apparently Resident Evil 2... is a lot more in line with the typical survival horror things that it brings back in Resident Evil 7, but it's a lot more like the classic games where it's the third person, over the shoulder.
Yeah, I like that.
Normal zombies. There are some really fucking freaky ones, like ones without skin on their face or skulls at all, their brains exposed.
Yeah, they probably have like the old OG zombies. I forget their names, dude. I haven't played Resident Evil in so long.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who was the big guy?
Mr. X.
Mr. X? That's his name?
I think so.
Really? I thought it was something better than that. The fucking zombie, like the
big dude trench coat?
The one that's in the movie. Let me look this up.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know if he's in the game.
Can I look at my my Google expertise? Resident Evil big zombies.
Yeah. But one of the big themes in this remake is that it kind of just redefines a lot of things that you expect from a zombie game. You got to conserve your ammo. You got to solve these complex puzzles.
I like how they do that in Resident Evil. They make it legit hard sometimes.
Yeah,
so,
they like force you to feel the tension rather than just trying to spook you.
I looked
make
up
you feel excited.
Resident Evil 2 creatures. There's a TOO. Just looks like a fucking two-faced guy. He's like a hat on. I don't know.
Okay.
But they got Plant 43. I don't know what that is. They got alligators. They got the liquor. Shout out to the liquor. And then, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of them. Spiders. Tyrant. I want to know the one guy. I know there's... I don't know. Maybe I just can't figure it out.
Well, I know the main antagonist in this one is this guy, Mr. X, who just follows you around and beats the fuck out of you.
In Resident Evil 2?
Yeah, because he's enormous. And in this game, you play as... you can choose, actually, between Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield. And
Leon was my homie.
Right. And both of them have their own distinct and alternate storylines. So Leon and Claire meet up at this police station, and then they're trying to survive this fucking outbreak together. They get separated. So you play as Leon, you get to see what he's doing, and then you can play as Claire, see what she was fucking around with afterwards.
So you can do two stories, basically.
Yeah, it really encourages you to do multiple playthroughs. I think you're supposed to do like 4 to get everything out of the game. But I think that's a really cool way of encouraging that, rather than most games nowadays just include a new game plus, make it a little bit harder for you.
Right.
It's kind of boring. But I think Capcom really done a really good job of bringing things back to their roots and scaring the shit out of people.
Shout out to Capcom.
Seriously.
Do they have any other...
They do Street Fighter, Mega Man.
Mega Man don't count.
Mega Man's a fucking classic.
Do they still make it, though?
There's a game that came out this year, yes. Mega Man 11.
I don't pay attention to those.
I know you don't.
Like Mario or Sonic or Mega Man. Like any of the people from Smash.
Enormous classics.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to the new ones. But the new Mario Odyssey game is dope. I'm not even going to lie. We're almost done with it.
Yeah. There's also a new Super Mario Bros. Out. I think that came out this month. So like I said, it's been a big year already.
The only game that I can play from now until tomorrow is Pokemon.
That's true. Our tournament resumes tomorrow with our second badge.
For the folks that didn't watch our last episode because you're not loyal fans and you're all just a bunch of fair weather fucking pieces of shit.
Cretins.
We have a Pokemon tournament. The new Pokemon, what's it called?
Let's go.
Let's go. We all of us friends that are nerds back in the day and still are to this day bought the game and we all played it and we're like, hey, we should do like a tournament. And then
bought some badges.
Yeah, one of our friends literally bought real badges. They're like little pins and they're metal and shit. They're like legit.
Yeah.
And we did the first match, which was the Boulder badge, right?
Yep, and it was a wash because one of our friends had steroids, but
yes, because we had where you could use candies and he went overboard.
Yeah.
Ridiculously overboard.
Go watch the last episode if you want all details on that.
So basically we said, fuck all that. Starting from now on, we're going to have non-candies, just straight up Pokemon. And it's basically, hopefully it'll make it more strategic based on the Pokemon that you pick and all of that.
Less about how much time you spend on the Pokemon, more about how you can use them.
So the second badge is up to level 20. And I got my team.
You already got it?
I got who I want to get. Okay. So far, the only people that I have is, cause I've been fucking up. I haven't been playing it at all. I got Magikarp, who I'm going to eventually evolve to Gyarados, and Nidoran, who I'm going to evolve to Nidoking. And for my Gyarados, I wanted to have Ice Beam.
Why are you telling me all this? We may battle for the badge.
I ain't scared. That's
you should
why.
Be.
I'm not scared of nobody.
Is so much better than yours.
Ice Beam, Body Slam, Bubble Beam.
Body Slam.
And I don't know what my fourth one's going to be yet. I feel like Body Slam will be good because isn't that like it's a normal move, right? But it does decent amount of damage.
Yeah.
And then my Nidoking, I'm going to have Mega Kick, Thunderbolt, Thunder probably, or Thunderbolt. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, yeah. You're starting to lean a little less on those inaccurate attacks.
I like thunder. I
know you do, but it doesn't work.
Thunder, fire blast, hydro pump. I'm the guy that I'll just risk it.
They sometimes miss,
yes.
unlike most other
But
abilities.
when they hit, they hit.
Yeah, and you've lost because they didn't hit.
I lost because Martin had steroided
That's
Pokemon.
Not why you lost a gym battle.
I literally
it was
have
a different
never...
battle that you lost one of those. You've lost on multiple occasions because of this. I'm
no,
sure
I disagree. Completely disagree. I've
fucking give him thunder then, man. Let's see how it goes for you.
I have Drowsy.
When does he evolve into Hypno? Do you know?
I don't know offhand. I can look it up. Alakazam.
2 psychic types.
Well, Drowsy can use ghost moves.
I'm pretty sure Alakazam can use ghost moves.
That's true.
I think you might want to diversify that. If there are any budding Pokemon trainers out there looking to build a team or something, make sure you don't. Well, you don't want to stack your types because then you become weaker to some other types.
Drowsy and Alakazam, they don't have the same weaknesses.
They do. They're both psychic.
Are you sure?
Positive of it. Because it was first gen and double types weren't even a thing. I'm literally positive of this.
He's psychic, so he's weak to dark, bug, and ghost.
Right, so if someone has a dark or a bug Pokemon, they're both just going to get rolled and you'll be weaker because you don't have another type to combat that.
Fine, but I was going to use for Drowsy Dream Eater, Hypnosis, so I was going to do that. And then Confusion to confuse the fuck out of them. Like, hopefully make them confused and I can Dream Eat them and all that shit.
If I were you, I would get maybe like a Butterfree or something.
I'm going to get
Ivysaur.
Beedrill.
Well, someone that you could put him to sleep anyway. Maybe give Dream Eater to Alakazam.
I want Beedrill just because I've never used Beedrill ever.
He is super cool.
I've always used Butterfree, but I've wanted to use different Pokemon. That's the good thing about these gyms is that you can use different Pokemon. You don't have to use like the fucking strongest.
Yeah, encourages you to diversify.
Yeah, so.
I got some secrets up my sleeve.
I don't know which my 6th is going to be because I thought it was going to be Arcanine, but then you had to ruin it.
We don't have that Pokemon in our game because we have Eevee.
What level is Charmander go to Charmeleon?
16.
Is that better than a Vulpix? Has to be, right?
You can evolve in the Ninetales with a Firestone.
Oh, so it's a Ninetales then.
Ninetales is much better than Charmeleon, yeah.
What are your Pokemon, bro? You gotta tell me.
Well, you told me yours, so I feel like I'll be rude if I don't tell you mine. I also have a Gyarados.
Shocker.
I also have
you have a Nidoqueen.
I have a Nidoqueen, not a Nidoking, because one of Martin's big steroid pieces of shit was a Nidoking, and I don't even want that in my party.
So we're gonna have like battle of the sexes if we battle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack you around and get some domestic abuse charges.
Girl power, bruh. Let's see it.
Fuck that girl power bullshit.
And I got a Kangaskhan.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said
one
that.
of my keys.
What's he weak against?
Fighting. He's a normal type.
Are there level 20 fighting Pokemon?
There's really
level
not.
20 fighting.
You can get him a Chop. You can get a Mankey, though we can't get Mankey. No, honestly. No. There's actually like 0 fighting types. I'm sure there are Pokemon can learn fighting moves at that level. Maybe that'll be important. See, this is why I don't want to tell you my Pokemon. You're literally looking for ways to kill it. No. As we do a podcast.
Shut up, man. I'm just curious about fighting. I like the fighting Pokemon.
I'm also going to have a Ninetales, a Raichu.
You're going to have a Raichu.
I think I'm going to have a Raichu.
It would be smart to have...
You need an electric type. This is the water gym.
But my Nidoking is going to have an electric move. My Gyarados is going to have an electric move.
But your Gyarados can get one shot by an electric. Because he's water.
You think he can get one shot?
He will get one shot.
You really think so?
Guarantee it.
He has the 3rd best base stats in
Pokemon. 4
Pokemon.
times weakness. 4 times. Because he's both water and flying, which are both weak to electric.
Oh, okay.
So you die.
I didn't know Gyarados was flying.
I know, it's weird. I named mine Skywalker because of that. He's gonna sweep.
I should name him Water Walker.
That's retarded. I'm doing entirely Star Wars names. I'm gonna name Water Walker. So yeah, that's our progress on our Pokemon.
So that's gonna be when? Tomorrow?
That is tomorrow.
Should be fun. The gang wanted to do Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Something we did like a couple of years ago. We made multiple storylines.
It was fun until this fucking guy became the what do they call the biggest nerd? The dungeon master, the storyteller.
Dungeon master.
Dungeon master. He had a story that was just ridiculous.
The story was not ridiculous. You all were overpowered. I had to gimp you a little bit, and none of you were happy.
You fucking ruined my guy, dude. I don't even want to hear it.
You were completely overpowered. You literally kicked someone's head off.
Was a death knight. First of all,
which isn't even a real class.
I only killed that guy by kicking his head off because what did I roll, Dalton?
You rolled a 20, which is a critical.
Yes. So,
But still.
I was sprinting at him at full speed.
He was bent down, crouched over. He was like, I'm just going to kick him in the head. I'm like, whatever, do it. He rolls a 20. He's like, great. That flies
funny. Off. You were pissed at me that whole time.
Everyone
like,
kept complaining about
motherfucker.
things.
I get it. I get how you could. I was just salty from the first day you became the master because you literally killed my guy and made him come back weak as fuck after I worked so hard to get him so strong.
You didn't work hard. You didn't do shit. Martin just gave you, do this shitty thing and then I'll give you power. And then you did it happily because you're an asshole.
I did way more than everybody else. You were second to me.
Okay, never mind. So we're playing D&D. We're getting off topic.
I had to kill a baby to become a Death Knight, bro. I started as a paladin.
Okay.
An orphan baby.
And then you got your...
Rip that fucking heart out.
You got your power, and then you became a crybaby once it got taken away. I get it. So, we got off topic. That was quite the tangent. Back to gaming.
It's emotional to me, man.
There are a lot of other new games coming out.
That wasn't a long tangent.
Yeah, it was. Kingdom Hearts 3 releases on the 29th. That's Tuesday.
Damn. That's a long gap
between
between like 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's been like a decade in the making. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 back when I was like fucking 14 years old, man.
I never beat 1. I never played 2.
I hate you.
Just saying.
So that'll be really interesting to see how good it is. I haven't seen any like pre-reviews or anything so far.
Is that a PlayStation game?
Yep.
Okay.
PlayStation exclusive. Next month, we see Anthem. It's the latest adventure game from BioWare. They made Mass Effect, Dragon Age, a lot of the classic RPGs. And Anthem's supposed to be in a similar vein, story-oriented, but it's kind of like a Destiny. It's supposed to be co-op, and it's a looter shooter.
A what?
Looter shooter.
You shoot. You shoot when you loot?
Yes, you shoot things, you get
cool
loot.
You're like a hunter-gatherer?
No, you're not a hunter-gatherer.
You're a shooter-looter.
You shoot people, you get loot, like guns and shit.
And you get meat. Same thing.
No.
Same shit, different diaper.
You don't need meat. You get guns, and it's like Destiny or Borderlands.
Borderlands was dope.
Do you understand the type of genre that it is in?
Yes, I understand that.
Okay, don't make things so difficult for me, man. There's actually a beta or demo, I don't know what they're trying to call it, that came out on Friday. It's kind of like this stress test for the servers to make sure everything actually runs, and people are saying that the performance...
Stress test?
Do I have to explain that to you as well?
No. So is that a whole bunch of people on one map? Like Destiny?
I think so. It's either that, or I know it's been mentioned that there'll be a matchmaking in case you don't have like friends, like I won't, that actually play the game, so you can just easily match with someone and then do any hard quests that you need to do. I don't know if people will just be flying around doing their own shit. The basis of the game is you get this giant mech. You're like it's like an Iron Man suit, except it's really beefy, and you can customize it, you get all the weapons for it, do all this cool shit, fly around, you feel like Iron Man. It's a basically Iron Man game. But you can upgrade your mech by killing things and looting them. It's looter shooter.
So it's like Destiny, except you can fly.
Yep.
Cool.
Basically.
What
so that'll be
else?
cool.
Any other games?
Civ 6 Gathering Storm and Far Cry New Dawn. These are 2 expansions. Far Cry 5 is the latest Far Cry game. This one's picking up like right after it. Bombs go off, like nuclear bombs. So it's like...
I never played any of them.
You never played any Far Cry game?
I have no idea what it's about or nothing, dude.
It's kind of similar to the Assassin's Creed games. There's a big open map. You roam around, kill shit, be sneaky, find towers. I explained that in the last episode, the whole tower thing. It's an interesting formula, but it seems to be fucking working. So I'll be jumping in to both of those games once they come out. That'll be in February. Okay. And we'll see some reviews on those. Make sure you stay tuned.
Dope.
That's all I got.
You done with games now?
Done with games.
You know, there's a Bellator fight on tonight.
Before we get in MMA, a Super Bowl's coming up.
That's next weekend, right?
It is next weekend. So this weekend, I believe, is the Pro Bowl, but no one ever gives a shit about that.
Speaking of the Pro Bowl, I sent you something on your Instagram. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It was like one of Tom Brady's old...
Brandon Spikes, one of his former teammates. He's like, I don't remember what he said to provoke it, but he was like upset they didn't go to the Pro Bowl. And Tom Brady walks up to him and he's like, "You think I play this shit for the Pro Bowl, bruh? I don't give a shit about that.
I played for championships."
Exactly.
He has that championship mentality. Tom Brady, he's the GOAT, right? He's the greatest quarterback of all time. Is there any debate to that now? Is there?
I don't know.
I don't really hear any other people saying that there's a better quarterback now. He has more...
You got to go back really far, like Johnny Unitas.
He has...
like early football days.
He has more
He has more Super Bowl appearances
than any other team.
Yeah,
except
for
his own
the
team.
Patriots.
Yes, which is fucking ridiculous. No, that is unheard of.
There's a lot of ridiculous shit about this Super Bowl. Obviously, that
The whole.
yeah, the shrug. The Patriots in general have been there 11 times more than any other team. If they win, they'll
11 times more?
No, just 11 times, which is
okay.
more than any other team.
I was gonna say, Jesus
chill, bro.
fucking Christ.
Holy shit, that'd be ridiculous. If they win, they'll tie the Pittsburgh Steelers for most wins with 6.
Okay.
So they're actually behind right there.
So they have the most appearances, but not the most wins. So they're like a LeBron James kind of thing.
Essentially, yeah. I was going to compare Tom Brady to LeBron. People basically say he's the GOAT, but I mean, there are people in the past that you can compare him to.
Okay.
They'll be playing the LA Rams. I think it should be the Saints. They actually got fucked over.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game or anything like that, but I heard that there was a really bad controversial
Really bad call. It was a pivotal moment. Receivers going to catch the balls. Dude just pushes it before the ball gets there, which is
So it should have been pass interference.
Yep. And they easily could have won that game. I've been calling for the fucking Saints to win the Super Bowl this entire goddamn year, and they get fucked, just like the Bears did. Meanwhile,
The Bears.
Chicago Bears signed a new kicker, by the way. In case you don't know, their old
Because
kicker.
they had to.
Yeah, their old kicker did an infamous double doink, as it's been called. He hit the left post and the crossbar, and then it bounced out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He did a double doink?
Double doink.
The D squared?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Unforgivable. So we had to find a new guy. His name is Redford Jones. He did a tryout for the Bears to become a new kicker because this is how big of a deal it is. They had to do tryouts.
Is he like a professional, or is he just like...
He's straight out of college, I believe, and unfortunately, this is breaking news, by the way. In college, he himself did a double doink. But it went in, so I guess improvement.
Okay.
It double doinked on in. So I guess it's improvement.
I heard, like, from a while ago,
Yeah.
football was talking about getting rid of the kicking part of the game.
They talked about getting rid of kickoffs. Because
just kick off?
Essentially, you just kick off and then the two teams run at each other, and that's a high probability for injury.
So
and
instead...
it's essentially almost ineffectual anyway. So what they did instead was just move the ball up, resulting in more touchbacks. If it goes past the end zone or if it ends in the end zone, it's touchback. You just go to the 20. No one runs at each other.
Right, because that's how most plays are nowadays,
Yeah.
right? Or is
Yeah.
it like a 50-50 kind of thing?
I'd say more like 25-75. Most of the time it goes
And they run for it?
out of bounds
okay. All
for a touchback. So back to the Super Bowl, LA Rams and the New England Patriots. They actually met in the Super Bowl in 2002, February 2nd. And the Pats edged out Kurt Warner's St. Louis Rams. Now they're in LA. And this rematch is occurring 17 years later, to the day. February 2nd.
Who won the first one?
New England Patriots. I just said they edged out Kurt Warner's Rams.
Come on, man. You think I pay attention to your shit?
Clearly not. It'll be interesting to see. The key to the game, I think, will be LA's defense. It's been touted as one of the best in the league. Obviously, shout out to the Chicago Bears, the actual best in the league. Can they shut down Brady Belichick's offense to allow their young quarterback Jared Goff and his little system to work?
Young quarterback jerk off?
Jared Goff. It's close.
Jerk off.
You hear what you want to hear, I suppose. It's possible, but I think experience will win out in this one. How do you beat someone who's been there 9 times?
Who's favorited? Because every time the Patriots
Who's
are like
actually favorited?
Favorited to win the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
I
they
feel
always
like they
win when
lose.
they're not supposed to. Do the Googling. You're the Googler. Go Google.
Okay, fine. Super Bowl odds.
There you go. See what Vegas says about all this. It could honestly go either way. I could easily see a Patriots shit in the bed.
Do you think?
But I would have expected them to shit the bed before this. If they can beat the Kansas City Chiefs, I think they can beat the Rams. Because the
Kansas City like their hardest. They're like
the Chiefs has like the best. The Chiefs has like the best offense in the West, I think, and so much easier to deal with the Rams in that. But the defense, that's why I think that'll be a big key because
it's fucking stupid. I just want to see the odds, and they're
you haven't found it yet.
They're having these big ass paragraphs and shit. I ain't trying to read. I'm just trying to see the odds.
You're an amateur Googler, man. It'll be interesting to see, that's for sure. I know Martin, the friend we keep talking about cheating in Pokemon, is a super big fan for the Patriots, so I'll be mildly salty if they win because he'll rub it in everybody's face. Yeah.
Just because
that's the worst thing about Patriots fans as well. They're always so fucking
I mean, when you're that
elitist.
good. I'll say this. When the Red Wings We're a playoff team.
God.
I know you guys can't see, but this right here.
Not even when they were good.
25 years.
Just because they were in the playoffs.
Experience. I got this at the first playoff game on the 25th
Are you done
year.
Googling?
Fucking rally title, bitch.
Google it
We lost the
instead.
game, but that don't matter. That fucking hurt, man. I'm trying to find it.
I'm gonna
Saints
find it
at
before
league
you.
best, 94 odds. That's wrong.
That's the Saints.
This is old. I'm not looking at this. You look it
Bing
up.
predicts 55% chance New England wins.
Oh, so they're
The
barely
spread.
favorite.
It's literally the first thing that I see on here. You're not gonna be able to see in the camera, but literally the first thing.
So what is it?
The I almost said the Bears. The Patriots are -2.5.
So they're
Favored to win.
2.5 to yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So they're gonna lose. Pretty much what you're telling me.
Seems that way, man.
Shout out
The
to
last
Brady,
time they met was in 2016. Patriots won 26-10, but Rams are a much different team.
Isn't that crazy how in football you can legit not play a team for a couple years?
It is crazy, actually.
That's like the only sports
because there's
franchise I
so
can
few
think of.
games.
Like hockey, you bare minimum play every team twice.
Yeah.
Basketball, I'm assuming is the same.
You play other people in the other conference.
Baseball,
sometimes.
you fucking play
Everybody all the
Yeah,
time. Baseball's nuts.
Do you think football is not the most popular sport? Basketball is the most popular sport now. I'm almost positive.
Super Bowl is still the most watched event.
I'd imagine. But when you do that, like, sorry, I was telling Sam bye. She came in and said peace out.
He's gonna have to poop. He's farting. And it smells.
Dog is farting.
Thank you for the
letting us know. It's a good warning.
This is a lovely goodbye.
See you, by the way. Dog's farting.
Bye, have fun.
See you, Sammy. Dog's about to get some real energy once he realizes
Nah.
his mama's gone.
What were we fucking talking about?
Football? Basketball? Which is more popular?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, if you counted like all the views for Super Bowl, like the entire playoffs for football compared to the entire playoffs for like basketball, I bet you basketball is more.
That'd be interesting. I'm not going
Right.
to tell you to Google it because that'll take another 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I
but,
can't even find the odds of fucking football, man.
Yep, don't need to know. That was football.
Are we doing anything for Super Bowl? Do you have anything planned?
I never have anything planned. I don't plan things more than a week in advance. At all.
I guess I don't really either, unless it's something big.
Right. No one gives a fuck about the Super Bowl.
Can we talk about fucking Bellator now? Oh, he's pooping.
He's just a poop machine.
He's peeing on our balcony because at the apartment he's an undercover dog because he's not allowed to fucking be here.
We've already got a warning that
Yes.
he needs to be gone.
Yeah, so he's been like chilling at my mom's for a couple of days a week and shit.
And we got two
And
more warnings
it's-
before we actually had to get rid of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave in a couple months anyway, so they can go fuck themselves.
Exactly.
It's negative fucking 20 outside or negative 10 with the wind chill. So
Yeah, this is going to be a real cold
soon as-
week for us in Michigan.
as soon as he pees, it freezes over.
Really?
Yeah, he took his shit out there earlier and it fucking
Solidifies.
It came out and it was just steam.
Jesus. That's horrifying. God.
No, he's a little shit.
So yeah,
I
we
love
can,
that dog though.
we can talk about MMA a little bit.
Well, okay.
As always, I want to interrupt your shit with some useless tweets that I find from these fighters. Last time it was Khabib's Instagram post. This time, Ben Askren.
Oh, I haven't heard about him in a minute.
Ben Askren
Stay
tweets,
quiet.
just heard what Team Khabib, that's Khabib Nurmagomedov, said. He will find his levels when he can't get off his back, and I am big brothering him. We'll fight him at 165 title in October, November for this year. That's
What did
he says.
Khabib say to him?
I actually don't remember. I couldn't find whatever he was trying to call him out on.
I listened to a Khabib interview and they asked him about like the Dylan Dennis thing and they asked him about who he wants to fight next and all that, and he said the three people he wants to fight next are Tony Ferguson, George St. Pierre, and one more fucking person. Damn.
Colby, maybe?
No. I can't believe I can't remember. Maybe Connor? No, Floyd Mayweather. He wanted to box Floyd Mayweather.
That's why I couldn't remember because it's
Yeah.
bullshit.
So maybe it was something in that interview.
No. Both of them need to fight other people, I think. Khabib, Tony, or go fuck your mother.
Dude. Ben Askren versus Khabib. I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
I don't know about Khabib.
Before we even get to that, Ben has to go through Robbie Lawler.
I think he's gonna destroy Robbie.
Now, if he does, do you think that, like, does that prove anything? Is that, like, the actual test?
It just proves that he...
Or does the narrative just become Robbie Lawler sucks now? He should
No,
probably retire?
Robbie doesn't suck. Maybe he ain't the same ruthless as he was
Yeah.
a couple fights ago, but Ben Askren, if he dominates Robbie, all that means is that he can dominate UFC fighters just as well as he can dominate outside of the UFC.
I gotcha.
And if he does that, then It's dope.
And maybe he gets his championship already.
He ain't gonna fight Woodley. They train together, and they're like really good friends. So he wants the 165 title when they announce it, which they're going to announce it soon, eventually. That'll be interesting. If he fights Khabib, that'll be a big ass fight. I don't know if like the casual fans will like it because it's gonna be a straight up wrestling match. But I would. Be
I feel like you got
interested
to.
in that.
Khabib made the wrestling interesting, I think.
Henry Cejudo
Henry as well.
said in his Joe Rogan podcast, they were asking him. Joe asked him about Khabib and Askren, who he thinks will win, and he's like, "There's levels to wrestling." And Ben Askren is on another level. He said he wished that there was black belts for wrestling because he'd be like a 5th degree black belt or some shit like that.
It's
like,
honestly crazy.
Everybody who talks about Ben Askren, he's just that fucking good. His last like 4 fights in his MMA career, he absorbed like a ridiculously low amount of shots, like less than 10.
Yeah.
I'm not even
I
exaggerating.
don't get it, honestly.
He just grabs people and keeps them down. He don't even look physically imposing
No.
either. Neither does Khabib.
They look like Mary.
Khabib kind of does look physically.
Not compared to some of these other... Like, if you
Sure.
look at Ryan Bader...
Right, but what he's crying because
That
she
was
left.
really fast.
Did he leave? Or did she leave?
I guess so.
Yeah, he's probably crying. Anyways, Khabib, when he's like in fight camp shape and that, you can tell he has like that old strong muscle. You know? Oh, come on, buddy. Jax. Here, I'm gonna go get him a treat real quick. You can
Hold down the fort.
hold down the fort.
I really don't understand where the... Oh, he's here already. Okay. Ow! Leave my feet alone. You little asshole. Literally just attacked my feet for no reason. He is enormous. I don't know why I'm up here. Ooh, light. I don't want to be up here. Hello. You looking to fight my feet, motherfucker? I'll kick you in the face.
He's an Australian Shepherd, if anybody was wondering.
Once again, if you didn't catch the first episode of our return,
of our return.
go watch it. So I'm going to segue. We're talking about wrestlers. You were trying to... Ow! Fucker. You were trying to bring up the Bellator
Good boy.
Heavyweight Grand Prix, I believe.
Yeah.
That'll be against... who's fighting that? Fedor
Jesus Christ,
and
dude.
Ryan Bader.
You sound very educated on the topic.
I researched it. I just forgot the names real quick.
It's today. It's Bader versus... What's his name? I don't know.
Fedor Emelianenko.
So Fedor had to go through in the heavyweight tournament. The first fight was Frank Mir, I believe. Then the second fight was Chael Sonnen. I don't know if there were... I think there was only... Like, you only had to fight 3 times in this tournament. If there was a... if there was another fight before those 2, I don't remember it. Whatever. But he knocked Frank Mir out. TKO.
Yep.
And then he TKO'd Chael as well. Chael got cracked in the beginning of the fight. He underestimated how fast Fedor is. Like...
Fedor doesn't look fast.
Fedor... Yeah.
He's got a permanent dad bod.
Yeah. He's had it his whole career.
I know.
So, like, that's how, like, everybody said, like, in Pride, everybody was on steroids and shit. They promoted it and that. But Fedor never, like, looked like he was on steroids. He's just fucking... He looks ridiculously strong. He looks extremely durable. And he has knockout power. And he's fucking fast. He's not the biggest heavyweight. I think he weighed in, like, 225
They're both
pounds.
little heavyweights.
Yeah. Yeah, well... Bader is not really a heavyweight.
Right.
He had to gain 20 pounds of muscle.
He's just a
for
heavy
this.
lightweight.
Yeah, he's a fucking beast, though. Since he became the Bellator, he has, like, just rose. Like, it's not like he was that good in the UFC.
His last fight in the UFC was pretty good. Illa Latifi, I think.
Yeah, fucking knee knockout. He's a beast. He's in his prime right now. And Bader had to go through King Mo, who he knocked out in, like, the first 10 seconds of the fight. And then he had to fight Matt Mitrione, which I thought Matt was going to win. And Bader fucking dominated him like a Ben Askren style. He took him down in the beginning of every round, and Matt did not
Which is
get
shocking.
up.
That kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think he's ever showed that kind of
Yeah, it was pure
wrestling
dominance.
prowess.
Like Daniel Cormier gave him a shout out. I swear to God, Jax, if you knock over that tripod, me and you gonna fight. We're gonna throw down. He's a little shit. They call it Australian Shepherds Velcro dogs. And which means like they're like
They just get
always
attached?
on you, like you have to like rip them off you, and they need a lot of attention. And when he does not have attention, he lets you know.
He lets you know,
Like I was
for
cooking
sure.
dinner one night, I turned around, there's a big old pile of shit right in front of me. Like he took a shit like right behind me, like fuck you asshole.
You're not going to pay attention to me? Well, pay attention to this.
Yeah, shout out to him. So
Ridiculous.
this is for the heavyweight Grand Prix. If Fedor wins this, you kind of got to consider him like the GOAT of heavyweights.
If you didn't already, yeah.
Yeah, because he's at the latter part of his career, the twilight years, and he is still performing. It's not like it's like the most stiff competition, but a lot of those guys at heavyweight, they were pretty, like, They're good. They're UFC caliber, 100%. Chael, it should have been like a kryptonite to Fedor as far as just taking him down and holding him down.
But Fedor's defense against wrestling is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and then Frank Mir is just way bigger. Like he had to cut weight, and he was in shape. And Frank has a way better ground game than Fedor. Fedor has a good ground game, but it's not as good as Frank's. Frank has like the most submissions in heavyweight history.
Right.
He submitted Big Nog. He's whining. Anyways, that's what I'm talking about. He needs attention. He can't just have like a half hour to himself.
He's not even like whining at anybody, just whining in general.
He's a little baby. It's okay though.
Yeah.
But this fight, who are you leaning towards?
I think I'm leaning towards Fedor.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Fedor, what was his last loss? Fabio Maldonado?
No. He lost to Matt Mitrione.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, before the tournament. They both cracked each other at the same time. They both dropped, and then Matt recovered faster and TKO'd him.
Well, typically when he loses, it's only against people who are skilled boxers or better on the feet.
And he didn't even lose to Fabio. Technically, he won the fight, but he lost the fight.
Gotcha.
The judges gave it to him.
Gotcha.
Fedor's not favored at all, right?
Really?
Did I write down the odds?
Probably not, because you're a scumbag loser.
No, let's see. Bellator.
But Bader, as we already mentioned, is going to be looking to wrestle him. And Fedor, I think his takedown defense isn't that great, but it might be hard to hold him down. But I don't know. Bader's kind of been out of control, which is probably why he has the odds in his favor.
Bader is a minus 280, and Fedor is a plus 240.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's because it's heavyweight. So
anything can happen.
Yeah. I will say this. Fedor is a lot faster than Bader.
Mm-hmm.
His hand speed is faster. His hands are more technically crisp. Like he's gonna be able to hit Ryan Bader's chin a lot easier than Bader will. Bader wings his shots. He hits hard. He hits fast, but I think Fedor is just a little bit more accurate and precise.
Yeah.
I'll say this about Bader. He's never rose to the occasion when he needed to. Like when there was like a title contention fight, he's lost. Whenever he's fought somebody that has been like physically imposing, like when he fought Rumble, you could tell he was legit scared in that fight. And it showed. He got knocked out in like the first fucking minute of that fight. Immediately. He shot for a weak ass takedown, and Rumble stuffed it and just started pounding him out and knocked him out cold. So
yeah.
If Bader can rise to the occasion, keep the confidence that he's had throughout this whole tournament, which there's no reason not to, other than the fact, oh my God, I'm fighting Fedor. Right? Which is
it's the fucking emperor.
That and like, oh my God, I become the heavyweight champion. If he can somehow just suppress those and just stick to the game plan, stick to fighting, there's no reason why he can't win this fight.
Sure.
He can take on Fedor and he can hold him down and ground pound him out.
True. But if that's all he's relying on, that's a lot of ifs also.
True. I think Fedor is going to be way more composed in there. Fedor is not going to get nervous. Fedor's Russian. He's never been nervous
much worse
in his fucking life. Yeah, he's not going to get nervous at all. I was listening to the countdowns before the while I was researching, and the way he talks so relaxed, so chill. He talks like there's a very monotone voice, and he says whenever people think they can beat me, I take that as a compliment. And he's like, I know other people have their goals. They have their reasons why they want to win. They have their motives, whatever motivates them. It could be something that really means something to them, or it just could be money or anything like that. And he says, as soon as I walk in the cage, none of that matters to me. I just focus on myself. I want to win for my country, my pride of my country, my family, everyone who supports me. And Fedor makes Russia look like they're good, like
good people.
Like they don't have like that negative
stigma.
Which, I mean, who knows? We're America, so
obviously
we could just have all kinds of propaganda.
Yeah, our enemies would be painted red.
I thought about that, dude. Like,
it is a thing.
You seen
Black Mirror?
Yeah,
cockroaches.
Yeah, the cockroach episode
where people are just like,
I forget what it's called.
They're like brainwashed into thinking.
It's not brainwashed. They literally
were disguised, right?
They literally like insert a chip in the American military. They make you sign something. They put a chip in you. They can control your brain. They control the dreams that you have. So every time you go to sleep, you're like having the best fucking wet dreams on the on the planet. And then they program the enemy, which I guess you can say could be terrorists.
Yeah.
If you're trying to compare it to real life, they make them look like, they call them roaches, and they look like zombie type people. They look like they're not humans, and because you don't associate them as a fellow human, it's a lot easier for you to kill them. And one of the guys' fucking thing got all fucked up because one of the roaches found out a way to blow up their brain thing, and it fucked him up mentally. And he's like, "What am I doing?" He's trying to save him, and then eventually the military caught him and brainwashed him again, got rid of all of his shit, and let him just It was fucked up, man. Every
Black Mirror is
episode,
always fucked up.
I hate this shit. But after the episode, we were talking about that. I was like, man, what the fuck? Like, legitimately, the only thing that we know about terrorism is what we hear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, we have the internet now,
Yeah.
but even that could be monitored. Even
Like ISIS could be a bunch of liberators of the Middle East trying to get USA out, or
like look at Star Wars, for example. Like in the Rebels,
Yeah.
the Rebels did terrorist type shit,
And they were
against
labeled terrorists, yeah.
against the Empire, but they were the good guys in the show.
Yeah.
And everybody not outside of America tends to think that America is
The good guys.
the bad guys.
Outside of America. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
and we think that we're the good guys, and we think that we're always justifying everything, and there's a reason why we Big Brother people, or the reason why we bomb people or use our enormous resources compared to everybody else, and we always justify it. And I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm definitely saying that there are definitely other motives that are in play every single time.
There are some questions to be asked, yeah.
And there's so many, what do they call them? I can't think of it right now. Fuck. When the government tries the false flag operations, there are so many of them that have been documented in the past that have actually happened, and have actually tried to happen. One of them with Kennedy, he literally had to shut it down. It went all the way up to Kennedy, and he said, "No, fuck this," and then he got assassinated. It's fucked up, man. This whole shit's fucked up.
Kind of a fucked up country we're in. but
Yeah,
what
and
the
now that
hell
we're
ever.
talking about this, and then obviously when this podcast just blows the fuck up, we're about to be fucked.
Come get it, U.S. military.
Anyways, back to the fights. The only other fight I really wanted to talk about, because everybody else, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know him. Aaron Pico.
Oh, shit, he's fighting too?
Yes, he's the co-main event.
What the fuck? Who's he fighting?
Let me see. I didn't even look him up because I was just I wanted to show you his accolades,
Okay.
because Aaron Pico is probably the most touted prospect in MMA right now.
Touted.
Like, as in, like, he had like the most hype behind him, and is expected to be great. Like Daniel Cormier, everybody who talks about him says, "Oh, he's gonna be a champion by far. He's gonna be a UFC champion, no problem." He's fighting Henry Corrales, who is 16-3. Who
Okay.
he's not no slouch. It's not gonna be like they're not
Not
giving
just
him
feeding
easy
someone
fights.
him.
Yeah, people are like they're speculating that if he wins this fight, he can go fight for the title.
I don't see why not. He's got so much hype on him.
Yeah, so just to go on, I looked up Aaron Pico's shit. He is a 3-time national champion in wrestling with 3 different types of wrestling styles: folk style, freestyle, and Greco-Roman wrestling.
Folk style?
Yeah. I don't even know what that is, I'm not gonna lie. I have to ask Mary, my sister. Multiple medals in the Olympics: gold, silver, and bronze. Also, that's just wrestling,
Right.
and that's not all.
That's
of them.
not even his biggest strength.
That's
really.
not all of the accolades he had. That's just the top ones that I found. And boxing, he won the National PAL Championship in 2008. Also won Junior Golden Gloves Champion in 2009. He was voted the most outstanding boxer in both tournaments. Won the Golden Cup in European Pancration, I think that's called.
Pancration.
Yeah, I don't know the tournament. Sorry.
Or words
I'm
in
ignorant
general.
it. Yeah, for real. In 2010. And he's sponsored by Nike, which I thought was...
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's
so
a big deal.
He's...
Last fight I remember being sponsored by Nike was
John
John Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Pico is legit. He trains with TJ and them at the training lab. So...
TJ, who just lost.
Yeah, that was kind of called all that shit. But you know what sucks was we couldn't get it uploaded before the fight. So
Yeah.
I hope people aren't like, "Oh, Nick, watch the fight."
I got
And-
this. I got the video uploaded before the fight.
Oh yeah, so
First
there you
of
guys
all,
go.
so
Haha, it's on YouTube. Fuck off.
all y'all.
Yeah, so we made some good picks. I got the Cowboy fight wrong. You got that one right.
Yep.
I got the Henry one right.
I said Henry. You technically had the TJ pick.
Sure, for
'Cause you
our
had-
bets.
Yeah.
But I said my official pick is Henry.
No one cares, you lost
by
bet.
first round KO.
You had Greg Hardy.
Because of the weight cut. And I still think it was because of the weight cut.
Yeah, it does seem like he got
Yeah.
starched pretty easy.
Easily. And I got the Greg Hardy one wrong, and I'm glad I got that one wrong. I really am. I'm glad Crowder showed that he was durable enough to take the beginning barrage. But also at the same time kind of gave Greg Hardy more reputation,
credit
I
than he
guess.
was due.
Yeah, because he showed that he has a decent ground game as far as defending and not getting submitted immediately. So shout out to him. And as far as the whole knee controversial shit, he is a bad person. He's a woman beater.
Yep.
In my opinion, I would not have signed him and given him another chance. I don't know if I believe in second chances. Sometimes some things I do, not for everything. Like there's certain
Sure.
things that I just feel like are unforgivable. Beating a woman is one of them. And,
It takes a certain kind of person.
and it's not like he only did it one time.
Right.
He was doing it multiple times. He's just a genuinely bad guy. But the UFC gave him the chance. They signed him. I can't say nothing after that. Okay, he's in the UFC, whatever. I can say I don't want him there, but it don't matter. He's there, so he's there. So fuck, I don't care. So he's fighting, and he did the illegal knee, but I don't think it was because he's a genuinely, even though I do think he's a genuinely bad person, I don't think that's the reason why he did that knee.
He's a new fighter, you got to remember.
He's a new
gonna be
fighter. He was
unrefined.
exhausted
Yeah.
in the second round. First fight in the UFC. A lot of eyes on him.
Yeah.
You don't really think when you're doing that. He's not an experienced fighter.
I'm playing Dota sometimes, and I don't think about what I'm doing.
It's exactly. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt on that. And I am curious to see how his next fight goes.
Yeah.
I would love to see they feed him to the Black Beast.
Yeah,
That's what I
there
want.
you go.
he likes beating down them women beaters. He fucked up Travis Brown.
Mm-hmm.
That fight was amazing, dude. Because he could have quit in that fight if he wanted to. He had multiple opportunities to just like get TKO'd, but he just refused.
Yep.
He absolutely refused. And he came back and he showed that his heart is way more than Travis Brown's. And he fucking knocked him out.
Derek Lewis is goals in terms of heart and
comedic factor.
Yeah, for
comedic
sure.
timing. Yeah.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I really had for MMA. I wanted to talk about the fight night results, which we kind of did. Henry Cejudo destroyed TJ. TJ is a sore loser, which honestly, once you're at that level, you kind of have to be
grow into it, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, like if you think it's controversial, you're gonna say something. There's a difference though. He is a legit sore loser. There's people like Connor who will like, good
They'll
job,
accept it, yeah.
you beat me. He's accepted every single loss besides this Khabib one. The way he talks about the Khabib one kind of gives me a bitter taste in my mouth.
It's kind of a different beast in itself,
because
though.
the fact that he said like he won the war, not the battle. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. You got beat. You did well. You defended for the most part. You took little damage in the beginning, but in the second round,
Game plan didn't work.
You got outstriked. You did. You got outstruck. You got outpositioned, outdominated throughout the entire fucking fight. Came back after the second round beating and arguably like won the third round, but it didn't matter. You tapped out, and it wasn't like a tap out where you were gonna, if you didn't tap out, you were gonna get seriously injured.
Quick.
It was a tap out where it's a bad position. You're getting neck cranked and it hurts and it sucks. You were about to get choked out unconscious or whatever. You quit.
We need to stop bringing up that fight because that was about 30 seconds of pure rage from me, basically.
It's not rage. I'm just saying. I just personally think Connor's falling off. I really do. I think he.
Well, now he's trying to fight Donald Cerrone.
Yes, after that brilliant performance against Hernandez, which I got that fight wrong. And I'm glad I got that fight wrong. I may not sound like a Cowboy fan because I picked against him against Mike Perry, and I picked against him against Alexander Hernandez.
I know you're a Cowboy fan.
But I do like Cowboy. Cowboy is... I like his game. I like how he just fights anybody, anywhere. He's legit. He's a real fighter.
Mm-hmm. And they're actually being kind of friendly on Twitter.
Yeah, it's kind of... I don't really know if I like it.
I don't understand it. Friendly Cowboy is dangerous Cowboy, right?
Sure, but once the fight gets signed, Connor's gonna start talking
He's
shit.
gonna let the trash talk come out.
Cowboy is... I kind of think he's sucking Connor off a little bit.
Sucking him off.
Yeah, like he's saying, "Oh, I'll drink.
I'll have a proper 12. Don't worry, I'll even bring the Bud Light."
Yeah, like shit like that. I get you're trying to be cool in that, and I like it, but I do like it, but I hope it's not like that throughout the whole build up of the fight. I don't even know if the fight's gonna happen. We'll see.
I know.
I think it's a good fight for Connor. I don't think it's a good fight for Cowboy. I think it's a good fight for Cowboy just monetarily wise, but I don't think he's gonna win. The only X factor for Cowboy is his son. That's it. Because every time every time he has had a title fight or a high profile fight, or he's fought somebody who believed in themselves that was talking shit,
he crumbles.
Like a RDA, Masvidal and Nate Diaz. When you're talking about one like a fighter, like a Nate or a Masvidal, like, oh, you're about to get fucked up. Cowboy, he gets a little bit of self doubt, and then once that self doubt creeps in any fighter, you pretty much lost the fight already.
But hard to doubt yourself.
If anybody's gonna do that to him, it's Connor now.
That's true. But it's hard to doubt yourself when you got a kid watching you and you got shit to prove.
True. And that makes a lot of sense because you might have those doubts in the back when you're training in that, or when you're training just in general leading up to the fight. Those doubts creep in. And they always do. It's just how you manage them, right? Yeah. It's mindset.
Even Holloway said when he was fighting Ortega that his kid was there watching and he couldn't let him down.
Yeah, exactly.
Big motivation factor.
He's seen him in between the rounds, and he said, "This is over. Next round, it's fucking done." Don't get me started on Max Holloway. I fucking love him. He's legit. DC's my favorite fighter. The Diaz bros will always have something in my heart, but Holloway is right up there.
Yeah,
Holloway's a G.
He's a good person as well.
Yeah. So, fuck. What was I just talking about?
Nothing important, I'm sure.
Cowboy and Connor.
Yeah.
Cowboy, once you see your son and you're walking out, you gotta win. You got to. That's like, I can compare that just to my sisters. If like I'm trying to be a good example for them, like okay, if it may suck that I don't want to
changes your attitude.
Get up like at 3 a.m. every day to go to work, but I got to show them that I can be a responsible adult and they can too. But besides like the childhood and like not growing up the best situations and all that, you can change who you want to be. You can, and it's just all about hard work and staying determined in that. And I use them as motivation all the time whenever I'm doing something. I'm like, this fucking sucks. I don't want to do it. And I'm sure the cowboy with a kid, like that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, for sure.
So even if he is fully confident, even if Cowboy 100% thinks he's going to win that fight, there's no way he's not going to. I don't think he's a better striker than Cowboy. I don't think he manages distance.
There's no way he's
Conor.
not going to.
He's not he doesn't manage distance better than Conor.
True.
I don't think Cowboy's style is going to make Conor tired in the later rounds either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, how does he trump him at all?
Takes him down. It's the only way he takes him down and submits him, which he does. He is good at takedowns. His wrestling is underrated, but Conor has been in there with Chad Mendez now. He's
Eddie
been
Alvarez.
there with Eddie, and he's been in there with Khabib.
He's literally been through hell.
So I'm not very optimistic about Cowboys' takedown and submitting game plan. I think Conor's going to win either way. It's a good payday for Cowboy. If he's trying to go for the title, I don't know if that's the best matchup for him.
Yeah.
He may be better fighting. I mean, Al Kukui versus him. I got Al Kukui.
No, man.
If he fights Al Quinta,
Al could be something. There you go.
I still pick Al, but I think that may be an easier fight than Conor just because of everything that comes with Conor.
Yeah, that's true.
I do think Al versus Conor, I got Al. I really do. Al's a fucking animal. I've been saying that for a minute since he fought Khabib. I was like, dude, I don't know. I legit don't know. His wrestling's amazing. His cardio is on another level, and his striking is fucking precise.
Yeah, he's a pro.
Yeah, I love Al. He's another guy. I got a lot of favorites.
Okay, so none of these fights are actually happening. So
the Cowboy Conor fight might happen.
Might happen, but we don't know for sure. What do you think? What is your pick on Fedor Bader? Going back to that, I don't think you have
Fedor.
Fedor.
I'm picking Fedor. I think Bader's gonna crumble under the pressure. I could be wrong, but I think Fedor's gonna win. I want Fedor to win. That's more of like a heartstrings kind of thing. If you're a betting man, the safe bet is Bader. But if you're trying to make some money, it's not like a terrible bet.
Yeah, I agree.
Any odds that are ridiculous at heavyweight, it's not a terrible bet to bet on the underdog because at heavyweight, out of any classes, heavyweight is the class where anything can happen. Even when Derek Lewis was fighting Daniel Cormier and we were breaking down that fight, we were like, Daniel Cormier should just destroy him, but you never know, man. Derek Lewis is strong. He's big. He has a heart. He could fucking knock him out. DC's taking him light, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? But obviously what happened, DC destroyed him. Yeah. But even then, when you have the GOAT, in my opinion, we still had a little bit of, I'm not sure. It wasn't like I'm 100%.
No, yeah, for sure.
So anything can happen.
Bader can present the challenges against Fedor, especially with that wrestling, but I mean, Fedor,
I don't think he's going to finish him. I don't think he's going to finish Fedor. If he wins, it's going to be a ground out fight like he did against Matt Mitrione because Fedor's not going to quit.
Right.
So we'll see.
It'll be an interesting one.
Is that all it, boys? Is that it?
I think so.
We're like an hour and 18 minutes.
Seriously?
Ooh, yeah, but we gotta like cut a bunch of it, you know. In the very beginning of this shit, with the way we time it is like, okay, we gotta go 1, 2, 3, go, and on go we snap. So when Dawn edits it, I
can easily line up the audio with that snap.
with the video. And I wish we kept the first time we tried this shit. If you've seen Pineapple Express and you know when Seth Rogen sees homeboy shooting the Asian guy who's like competing with them in the weed shit, the weed industry, he goes back to Saw, is that his name? Yeah, James Franco, and he's fucking hitting the buzzer like, buzz me. And he's like, hello, buzz me in, man. He goes, all right, fucking buzz. It doesn't open it on time.
Open it when I buzz it.
Yeah. And they have a whole fucking moment there.
On three. Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I thought you meant 1, 2, 3, go. No, open it when I buzz it. Buzz it when I buzz it. He's just fucking freaking out. And then James Franco inside, he's like, 2, 3. I fucking love that movie. The movie is so underrated.
True.
James Franco was low key like a really, really good actor.
He's a genius.
He is. He's very smart. He's a well-educated guy. So we were having that kind of issue when we first tried to snap.
1, 2, 3, go. No.
He was like 1, 2, 3, and I'm like on go. So he went, and then I went, and then like, why is it so hard? It took like 5 fucking tries. So like, okay, on go. 1, 2, 3, go. On go. And then we did it. And then I'll let you know the second time, we did this shit. First try.
First try.
That's improvement, motherfuckers.
That's right.
So if you guys enjoyed this podcast, make sure you rate, share, tell any of your fucking nerd friends. Anyone that has like a Halo fetish like me. So
no one. That's no one.
A stupid Dota game, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Please, I need someone to talk about Dota too.
Yeah. And let us know what you think.
Yeah, make sure you check out the videos on YouTube. We are uploading the podcast in video form now. So make sure you subscribe. The Dota new ranked season starts next week. That's something I wanted to mention while I was talking about Dota. So we'll be picking up streaming that.
Oh, really?
Again, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So once that new ranked season starts.
Darwin's about to rage quit and cry.
I don't know.
It's all good.
I've been playing really well, like I already said today.
And if you don't, rage quitting is still just as entertaining.
True. Baby rage is always fun. So once again, make sure you like, subscribe, do all that shit. And until next time.
Peace out, motherfuckers.